But one thing she did tell me, a point she made that I hadn't really thought of, was that everyone in this large room would like to know what is specific to the class of 2014, what sets us apart. So I began racking my brains as to what makes us the class of 2014. And I realized there are too many instances to count. There's too many fun moments that you could list. Whether it was all of the Friday night football games where we go just to watch our boys on the field and socialize, and our dog boys run up and down the track. Brendan Kelly needs to tan, by the way. Or it was the hockey games at Georgetown Ice Arena, where I would have to sit in the stands and listen to all the girls around me talk about how dreamy and hot all the hockey players are. And I'd be like, I play tennis, you know? You also can't forget about all the dances that we had, including the uplifting spirit dances, where you would see people that you'd see in the hallway that are typically shy, and then they're just out on the dance floor, you know, busting a move, getting funky with it. I saw a lot of good and bad dance moves, and the one thing they have in common is they're really fun to watch. And then finally, I mean, I could list so many, but I'm going to mention the senior lock-in that we had a couple months ago, where after the senior dinner dance, we had the opportunity to go in 2 gyms and just, for a couple hours, play games and sports exclusively as a class of 2014. We didn't need any of those underclassmen, so that was nice. These events went along with what I've been told entering senior year that's just simply fun, you know, just a ton of events that have the same underlying theme that seniors are the best, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen are not. Especially freshmen. And while this was very true, as we all know, this has been an unorthodox year, with plenty of moments where our worlds would be turned upside down. First, it was our leader, Mr. Vanderslice, who was suddenly diagnosed with leukemia in January. This unexpected news blindsided all of us and put many things into perspective. And then there was a week in March where we lost 2 students. First was Alyssa Ahrens, who, though many of us didn't really get the opportunity to meet her because she was a freshman and we were seniors, we heard so many stories of her selflessness and optimism that amazed everyone around her. And then one of our own seniors, one of my closest friends for years, Ryan Fisher. Ryan not only had the ridiculous amount of accomplishments that most of us can only dream about, but he had a truly genuine personality that left a mark on everyone he came across and everything he came across. And finally, a couple weeks ago, we had the loss of another senior, Roman Aguilar, who, along with a strong devotion to law enforcement, had a sense of humor that could put a smile on anyone's face, regardless of the time.
So teared up last week when we went to that.
These situations brought on an immense amount of confusion and frustration because, quite frankly, we're all still kids. And very few of us have ever been exposed to anything like this. But it was out of these circumstances, however, that our class finally gained our identity. And that is that we are leaders. When all sense of normalcy was lost at school, we showed the rest of our classmates how to move forward. And we showed the rest of the community in some instances. We showed that we're in this together, and that the usual high school cliques and divisions that were prominent are insignificant, and there are other things that are more important. We're tough. There's no doubt about it. And one might say that we even have grit, or, pardon me, English teachers, we got grit. It rolls off the tongue a little bit better. If you think about it, it's crazy how much this theme of grit, which was selected at the beginning of the year, is directly applied to our school and to this class. When every one of us wanted to break down and to not move on, we knew that we had to push forward. Push forward for ourselves, for our community, and most importantly, for 3 students that truly exemplified what it means to have grit. They're all with us tonight, and they will continue to be with us as we move on in our own directions. I'm not going to stand up here and act like I know what life is like beyond Grandville, because I don't. But I will say one thing. Wherever you go, whether it's straight into the workforce, the military, or college, whenever you're feeling that powerful urge to give up, which inevitably you will, think back to your years at Grandville, and to this year specifically, and realize that you're stronger than you think. Our generation often gets the bad reputation of being soft and overprivileged, maybe because we're always on our smartphones tweeting and watching videos of girls getting hit in the head with a shovel.
You'd say the craziest stuff.
But let's go out and prove that reputation to be false. Let's work towards the goals we set for ourselves. And while we're at it, let's appreciate the people and the things around us. Because it's very easy to be negative and to look at all the negative things. But there's a lot of good around us. You just have to look. Congratulations, class of 2014. I'm going to end this little speech in the words of the always deep, profound, and eloquent artist, Mr. Soulja Boy. We made it. Thank you.